Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Grown Folks Talk Unfiltered. I'm your host, Renee. Um, Listen, it's been a lot going on. So I know that I said that I was going to get better at doing this, and I am. However, not really on here about anything pertinent. All the news that came out about Carly Russell, we all know about that. Yeah, we're just going to jump into it today. We all know about that. And the apology that she submitted through her attorney. Um, yeah, whatever. We all know about that. We all knew it was a lie. Well, most of us knew it was a lie. Some of y'all was just like, girl, we finna, y'all shouldn't be. Why y'all talking about? How come y'all trying to blame her for her own trauma? Listen, I've been through that trauma. And yeah, I still thought it was a lie. And I'm just glad that I waited before I made any kind of like disparaging statements. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you don't want to accuse somebody of doing something that they didn't do. You know what I mean? However, we knew that was a lie. Come on. So we all know about that. I don't need to like delve or go into that. I guess we'll probably do this again once the information comes out about if the police department's going to charge her or if they're going to just make her pay some kind of fines or a combination of the two. I'm pretty sure they're trying to figure out and fix what they could do so she could try to get the least amount of jail time as possible. um I can only imagine. I don't know for sure. This is just me, thinking like a normal human being. um Anyhow, also prayers up for LeBron James' son. His oldest son, Bronny, just came out today that he had cardiac arrest during his practice. Um, Through basketball practice today, and that on Monday, and it just came out today that I heard of it. I'll say, and LeBron James makes sure that his son is getting the best care, which he should. Just prayers up to the family, not even just because it's LeBron James, but just in general. Prayers up to the family. Also, what I want to talk about, this is what I really came up here for you guys today. So it's a really quick life update. Um, Trying to think how to preface this. So it's a lot of stuff that's been going on with me, as far as like my own just mental health. Not like I'm mentally like there's nothing, it's nothing like that. But just like how like you get into this mode or this vibe of just like doing life. You know what I mean? Just like doing life. Um and you get into this routine, whether it's going to and from work or just like different projects that you're doing, if you're in school, things like that, and you just kind of get into this space of just kind of go 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 go, let's go, and then life does what life does, and then you got traumas and tragedies and things like that have kind of added on to what you're going through in your own personal lives. So just imagine like your family, and your family with I'm talking about your family inside of your household, whether it's you and your spouse, or you, your spouse and your kids, or you got parents or whomever living with you, and then you have to manage all of those lives. And then when you go to work, you have to deal with the stress and the trauma of, coworkers and different things at work and all that good stuff. Thankfully, my work life is pretty decent. Sorry, guys. My work life is pretty decent. I don't have like any drama at work, to be honest, with coworkers. Um, the part about work is more so the politics, and that's going to be at every job. You're not going to escape it. So for those of you, I just want to give a little bit of information. Uh, for those of you who are looking for this job that's just perfect and that you won't have any problems, any situations that come up, or anything that arise, I am personally here to tell you you're not going to find it. Even though I don't have drama with coworkers at work, um, that doesn't mean that I haven't had some uncomfortable situations. But I'm the type of person where I don't mind having an uncomfortable conversation. I'll just go to the person, hey, what's up, blah, blah, blah. Is everything okay? Genuinely trying to figure out what's going on and where do we go from here. So you can that basically extend it an olive branch. And that's about the best I got. I'm not about to do too much other than that. Like if we can't get it resolved then, than what meant to be resolved, or it's just that neither one of us is receiving the necessary information in order for us to be able. We're not in the space to receive emotionally the information, so it's not going to be as resolved accordingly. You have your situations where you extend the olive branch and the person don't respond, then hey, be passive aggressive on your own time. I am done. I did what I was supposed to do, and that's a wrap. Um, I can't honestly say that I have one situation like that that's current, where I didn't do anything wrong to this person, and this person just they just something great happened for them, and then they just decided to, for whatever reason, I extended the olive branch. They didn't respond. You keep that passive aggressive energy over there. Have an amazing day, and that's it. To be honest, but so in saying all of that, you have life happen, and then you have your families that may have situations, or your friends that may have situations, and you really actually care about them, and you want the best for them. So you kind of invested emotionally a little bit with that. I have come to learn that it's okay to be emotionally invested. However, you don't have to carry their emotions, because then you're carrying weight and baggage that wasn't meant for you, which then makes you more stressed out, which then in turn, if the friend don't take said advice that you gave them, you're upset because you're invested in it. You know what I mean? Like you're carrying that unnecessary weight that wasn't meant for you. um it's just what it is. So with all of that, we have a lot that's going on with life and things of that nature, but then I also have my own personal stuff. So what's been going on with me honestly is, I've had a lot of family members, or family members by extension, meaning like you may have a sister whose dad is not your dad, but they die, or you know what I mean, something like that. So I've had a lot of family members pass away, even just as of about a couple weeks ago. Just had a funeral for another family member I love so much, and I've been having a lot of that, and just not really being able to properly grieve, because I'm the person that people call when they're in breakdown. So when you have funerals, or when someone's sick and they have issues, I have nobody to break down to but me and God. I'm just saying that's really how it feels. Um and I know you may say like, "Oh, well, somebody's there for you." They are, kind of. Like, I know my place in each relationship that I have. I know my place in their life. And my place in most people's lives is they can't handle my anger or my vulnerability. They're uncomfortable because they're usually seeing me like, "Hey, what's up? Let's go, blah, blah, blah. It's all good. Let's kick it. Let's do," you know what I mean? So, like, when you have those moments where you're not your greatest self, you're not showing up as your best self, some people don't know how to handle it. And I know that I can't give that to somebody and know that they are mentally, emotionally responsible enough to know that it's not their burden to carry, that I just need a listening ear, and they don't view me or anyone as weak. You know what I mean? So in saying all of that, I've had a lot of deaths that have happened. I am currently in the process of writing my second book. My current book is Betrayal of the Heart. It was originally like 4 books, and then I'm like, these jokes too short. Let me just put them all together. So it's about 386 pages altogether, which is exactly why I just put them together. It was dumb, but again, I was the first time author, didn't know any better, and I'm dyslexic, so there's that. But I love to write and I love to read, and my mind is creative, so I think of a lot of different characters and storylines and where they can go and where they can fit and how you could turn this way and that way. And so yeah. Anyways, I've been getting some pushback from people who have read the book, like, "Yo, where's number two?" Number two was supposed to have been out last year. That's my fault. It's nobody else's fault but my own. Um, wasn't really in a motivated space. Like, I feel like I'm just like the space that I'm in right now. I feel like I'm just coming out of COVID. Like, COVID ended yesterday, and today's that new day. Like, oh, I can breathe. You know what I mean? So, I just think just after going through one tragedy after the next, and having so many things happen, I just wasn't in a good space to write. So now I'm currently in the process of writing book two to Betrayal of the Heart. And then I'll link it below if anybody wants to purchase. It's no big deal. But then also, so my own personal journeys, just want to get this out the way. If you cannot tell by my face, lack of neck, chin, the extra one, and my shoulders, I am a big girl. I've always been a big girl. People be like, "Oh, you big your whole life?" Absolutely. I was a fat baby, fat adolescent, fat middle school, fat middle age, fat preteen, fat teenager, fat adult. I'm just, I'm very brass tacks when it comes to myself, like very, just kind of tell it like it is. So if you don't subscribe to those terms, I know we're in a different world than we were back when I was born. However, comma, that's okay. Um, I'm just in a different space. So if those terms are not relative to you or make you uncomfortable, it's okay. Just keep pushing. As far as like, just keep going through the video, keep listening. It's all good. We're in a safe space. But saying all of that, you would think that I have like these major health issues. I do have an autoimmune disease for my skin. I got that under control. And that's something that's hereditary. That's not something you get just by environment, proximity. Like it's none of that. It was hereditary. And then I also have PCOS. I've been diagnosed with that since I was 16, but you don't really think to do. If anyone is like me, I constantly put people before myself, always. And I'm in this space where I'm getting ready to turn 40 next year. Yeah, I'm 40. This is what we got. Um, but I'm getting ready to turn 40 next year, and I'm thinking about my own mortality, so to speak. Not because I got anything going on, but just like, how can I make my life healthier, better, like do better, right? So with me saying that PCOS is a thing, and I'm now in a space where I can get it taken care of, and then I also have a rare form of anemia, which is called thalassemia. And went to go see a doctor about that, and they was like, "Listen, iron pills is killing you," because I have always been told that I was anemic. However, I had a I had a situation where I had to go see one doctor a couple years ago, and that doctor led me to another doctor because she saw that my anemia was a little weird. And that's when I went to that doctor, and they diagnosed me with thalassemia anemia. The type of anemia is apparently it can be really bad. So if you take iron pills too much, it could kill you. So I have to balance it. Like during the summers is when I take iron. I don't take iron in the wintertime because I don't need it in the wintertime, and I'll have too much of it. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. But it's such a weird form of anemia to the space of like, if I have a kid, I have to get that man tested to make sure that he doesn't have thalassemia, anemia, or some weird form of anemia. Because if he does, that means that my child could potentially have I could have birth defects. I don't want a kid to go through that if I can help it. So obviously not. But I'm almost 40. We're here. You know what I mean? Um, Along with that, honestly, other than that, my migraines are better because I've been taking care of like some of the anemia issues and stuff like that. I'm not diabetic. I'm not even pre-diabetic, just fat. However, I do want to get certain things under control, which is my weight. I do want to get my weight under control, considering that I'm not just going to be healthy fat forever. You know what I mean? Um, so with that being said, I also found out. I also found out that from the endometriologist that I went to go see, told me that there's supposed to be like a hormone that you have that tells your brain it's okay to eat, or it tells you when you're hungry. Apparently, whatever that is, I don't have. So with that being said, y'all, you would think because I'm fat and I can't see my neck is there barely. To be fair, when I was smaller, I was still smaller, fat, but I was smaller. I didn't have a neck then either. I just ain't got one. No complaint. I got a neck. It's just the chin in the way. Yo, but listen, with all that nonsense and shenanigans being said, I'm a jokester, dude. I can make jokes about anything. So this is what we got. But with all that being said, I did because I don't eat. I really don't get hungry, and I eat like once a day. Um, so I have been seeing the trainer. She is dope. The Shay is dope. However, with my anemia getting worse and things of that nature, I also did decide to have weight loss surgery. Um, it's something that I got pre-approved for back in 2019, and then my insurance was like, well, we lost a project with a company, and we all got laid off and stuff, and my insurance like canceled same day. So I am going to have weight loss surgery. I have an appointment on July the 28th. So that's coming up technically in 2 days. And I'm kind of excited about it because it's through the place that I got approved for last time. But I'm kind of excited about it. I'm a little nervous too. Um, I'm kind of nervous. But I just wanted to kind of update you guys on that stuff and kind of let you know what's going on. Um, you know, and kind of keep you posted. I'll try to do little quick videos like after appointments and stuff like that if you guys want to know more information about that. And I'll try to do videos before and after surgery, and let's just we'll go on this road together. I kind of know what the stomach's gonna look like. I don't know if it's really gonna be that big a deal for me because I really don't eat a lot anyway when I do eat. But yeah, this is where we at, y'all. Just kind of wanted to stop by and drop that piece of information, let you guys know what's going on. I know a lot of people have had weight loss surgery. I think, one person in my family that had it, and they're doing pretty good. Um, but I'm not having the sleeve done. I'm having gastric bypass done, and that's because my BMI so high. On a short frame, I need to have. You see the chin? Like, let's not even. You see it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have it done. The family member that did have it done, they had the sleeve done, and but this is a very determined person, regardless, despite of. She's a very determined person. Like when she set her mind to something, she do it and she keep pushing. Um, but I think a lot of people I might get some flack for it. To be honest, I don't care. I'm just being for real. Like you can't live your life based on what other people think, feel, and their thought process. Like people are flighty anyway. You can only control your life, and they can control yours for you. So, with all that being said, I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited to see how long the journey is going to take. I hope it don't take too long, because you have to see dietitians, yada yada. But I'm really excited about it. So, just wanted to come by and say hey, show my face, and then try to let you guys know that I want to be more consistent with these. So if you decide to watch this video, drop some comments, let me know more topics that you want to hear about. I do plan on doing like relationship stuff and having people on this podcast. I got one friend in particular that's been asking, and I need to hit him up the next time I see him so we can kind of like set a time and date and et cetera, et cetera. So it's been good, but I have to go. I hope you guys continue to be amazing and come back for another seat at the table. Let's chit chat, chop it up.